I want to talk about this the Palestinian flag that is being raised at the UN this week, Carl. It may surprise people to learn that they actually raised the wrong flag. The flag that they raised is in the colors of the four horsemen of the Book of Revelation.
Yeah.
Or if you're a devout Catholic, you would know it as the four horsemen of the Apocalypse.
Right. Right.
It's in white, red, black, and green. That is the order in which they appear in the Book of Revelation, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
And they actually raised the wrong flag, and people are probably going, "Huh? What could he possibly mean by that?" Listen, folks. Palestine has had a flag since the 20s. I'm not sure if people are aware of this or not. But in 1917, Carl, you know all this, but this is going to be new information for a lot of listeners because in 1917, Great Britain issued what they called the Balfour Declaration for the establishment of Palestine as a national home for the Jewish people. In 1922, Britain allocated nearly 80% of Palestine to Transjordan.
Hold it. Palestine as the national home to the who?
The Jewish people.
Thank you.
This is shocking information from very reliable sources here. And this is going to be a revelation for a lot of people. And in 1922, Britain allocated nearly 80% of Palestine to Transjordan. Thus, Jordan covers the majority of the land of Palestine under British mandate. Right? So Jordan also includes the majority of the Arabs who lived there. In other words, Jordan is the Arab portion of Palestine. This is going to shock a lot of people, what I'm about to tell you. And this is all legal documents I'm reading. This is not websites or anything like that. I have gone to the actual legal documents here. Okay, the residents of Palestine are called Palestinians. And since Palestine includes both modern-day Israel and Jordan, both Arab and Jewish residents of this area were referred to as Palestinians.
Mike, before you go any further, let me tell you, as a kid growing up and as a young man growing up, I can remember the evening news every night referring to the Palestinian Jews. The Palestinian Jews, the Palestinian Jews, the Jews in Palestine, the Palestinian Jews, every night.
So you remember that in 1922 when Britain made these declarations? Then
well, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't. I don't remember that. I wasn't alive. I'm aware of it. Smart aleck. I'm aware of it. I don't remember it. I know I'm not as old as Methuselah yet. But anyway, all right, go ahead, because you've got some important stuff.
I thought maybe you were revealing your age there, but it was only after the Jews re-inhabited their historic homeland of Judea and Samaria that the myth of an Arab Palestinian nation was created and marketed worldwide. Jews come from Judea, not Palestinians.
Right.
There is no language known as Palestinian or any Palestinian culture distinct from that of all Arabs in the area. There has never been a land known as Palestine governed by Palestinians.
Correct. Never. Never.
Right.
In human history, never.
That's true. And Palestinians are Arabs, indistinguishable from Arabs throughout the Middle East. The great majority of Arabs in Greater Palestine and Israel share the same culture, language, and religion. And much of the Arab population in that area actually migrated into Israel and Judea and Samaria from the surrounding Arab countries in the past 100 years. Why? Because the rebirth of Israel was accompanied by great economic prosperity for the region.
Right.
That place was dead, Carl, before the Jews came and turned it into a paradise. Even the chairman of the Palestinian Authority, Yasser Arafat, isn't even a Palestinian.
Right. Go ahead. I'm sorry. We've got a delay. We're not going to have a very good conversation, so you go ahead.
No, that's all right. Rather, he wasn't a Palestinian. He's dead now. Many surmise that he died of AIDS, by the way. We won't go there today, but he was born in Egypt. He was an Egyptian.
Right.
So the famous Palestinian covenant states that Palestinians are an integral part of the Arab nation.
Right. And what a lot of people don't know, let me interject, is that Arafat and the so-called Palestinians of today, the Arabs that were there, they were in Jordan for years, and Jordan expelled them because they were a bunch of thugs while they were in Jordan. Jordan didn't even want them.
Right. And there is a law governing all of this. And I'm going to read directly from the law, which was established. I got a copy of the legal documents from Yale Law's own website. They have like an archive of the laws from that time. I went directly to Yale Law for this, all right? Now, if you guys want to know what I meant by they have raised the wrong Palestinian flag, because if you go back and you look at a Larousse French dictionary from 1939, the appendix lists all of these then current flags of the world in alphabetical order. So, for example, you look for the flag for Germany in 1939. You'll see that it was a Nazi flag replete with a swastika. So, all of the flags obviously predate 1945, right? Because after 1945, the Germans quickly changed their flags, right?
Right.
And so alphabetically, now if you look at the Larousse French Dictionary, look for the flag for Palestine. That's right. In 1939, Palestine had a flag. And what does it look like? You might be surprised to when you look this up for yourselves.
I know what you're going to say.
Right. The Palestinian flag in 1939 was blue and white with a Star of David on it.
Yeah, it was the Israeli flag.
That's exactly right. So what flag should they be hoisting at the UN as the official Palestinian flag?
Right.
It's the flag of Israel.
Right. Right. And I'm telling you, folks, Mike, of course, would not lie to you. And this is not some trick we're playing. You go check out what Mike Shoesmith just said, and you'll discover for yourself that he is 100% accurate. The flag, the Palestinian flag of 1939, was what you now would equate with the Israeli flag. That was the flag of Palestine.
That's right. And from 1920 to 1948, a state of Palestine existed per international law, but it was, for all of its major institutions, Jewish.
Yeah.
Until the 60s, the name Palestine resonated as something Jewish in people's ears.
Let me ask you this. The current so-called Palestinian, quote, flag with the four horsemen of the apocalypse colors in it, when was that established? Do you know, that flag?
I don't know. I think officially it was established 2 days ago when they raised it at the UN.
Maybe so. Maybe so. And I wasn't trying to trick you. I don't know either. I didn't know. I just thought of it when we were speaking about the flags and the years, and that Palestine is, Palestinians, the Arabs, have never had a nation there called Palestine. And then I got to thinking, that flag they put up, where did that come from, and when did they establish that? So we need to do some research on that.
Right, but I think officially, the official establishment of that flag was 2 days ago when they raised it at the UN.
Maybe. Well, of course, it is official because the Pope said so, and Obama said so, and the UN has said so. So it's official. Now all we have to do is get rid of those pesky Israelis over there, get rid of those pesky Jews, and tear down the Israeli borders, and we can finally have the Palestine that the Pope and Obama want, the beast and the false prophet.
Well, listen, Carl,
I'm being funny here. But anyway,
they are actually breaking international law by raising that flag and declaring Palestine. The Arabs who are living in that area, an area sequestered by the Jews in order to protect themselves, because these Arabs, they want to get in there. And as Yasser Arafat said, we will not rest until the last Jew is drowned in the Mediterranean.
Right.
These people want Israel gone. And the UN is actually violating international law by doing this. If we go to the Yale website, and we read the actual article created by the Council of the League of Nations, which ran all of this brouhaha over there, and established laws which govern the area. If you go to Article 4, it says there, an appropriate Jewish agency shall recognize as a public body for the purpose of advising and cooperating with the administration of Palestine in such economic, social, and other matters, and may affect the establishment, here's the important language here, the establishment of the Jewish national home and the interests of the Jewish population in Palestine, and subject always to the control of the administration to assist and take part in the development of the country. Now here it comes.
Okay.
The Jewish organization, so long as this organization shall be reconciled and shall take steps in consultation with His Britain's Majesty government to secure the cooperation of all Jews who are willing to assist in the establishment of the Jewish national home. Where? In Palestine.
In Palestine.